All right, it's time for our weekly visit with UAB quarterback Jacob Zeno as they get ready to come off that bye week and play FAU in a home game Saturday at Protective Stadium. He's presented each week by Legacy Credit Union, the official credit union of the UAB Blazers. What is up, Jacob? How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Had the bye week, excited to get back and start to play football again.
Yeah. Do you feel rested? I mean, did you
Oh
get
yeah, I
rest?
do.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. It was good on the body, just to get a reset, get everything back good. And so now it's time to hit this last home stretch.
A reminder, no monthly fees, no minimal balance. Get paid 2 days early with direct deposit when you have everyday checking for teens 13 to 17 with adult sign up. You can see more at legacycreditunion.com/join. Help your kid learn how to manage a debit card responsibly and a checking account responsibly. Legacycreditunion.com/join. Terms and conditions may apply. Legacy is federally insured by the NCUA. We were talking before we started here. You said you watched a lot of football. Who'd you get to see this weekend?
I watched the A&M game.
Yeah.
Watched a little bit of the Washington game. Caught the Tennessee game a little bit. So, I was bouncing around from game to game.
Yeah. Boy, I know those are pretty good games too.
Yeah.
Especially that Washington-Stanford game was much, much closer, I think, than anybody would have
Yeah,
imagined.
I know. And that's what I was saying. I was like, for some reason, Stanford puts it on teams like in a home stretch. Could look at the Colorado game. Well, Colorado kind of gave that to them.
Yeah.
But they've been
Colorado
playing.
was up 29-0 at half in that
I
one.
know. But Stanford plays teams pretty good.
Yeah, they do. And then that night game, it was a good atmosphere at Kentucky.
Mhm.
You had a fun game there. I don't know. I don't suppose you may know Joe Milton, but he's an interesting quarterback, man. That guy, he can run hot and cold a little bit, but when he's good, he's just about as good as
Yeah.
anybody.
Yeah, no, he is. And I thought that Tennessee was going to pull ahead a little bit more.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be a tight game like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Are you able just to sit back and enjoy a game when you watch it, or do you start thinking, oh, this is what they're going to run? Oh, why have they motioned into that? Oh, you got
Yeah.
a defensive tell. Are you able just to watch a game?
For the most part, yeah. I mean, there's times where I see something, I'm just like, why would you do that? And I'm like, man. But for the most part, yeah, I could just sit back and relax.
Yeah, and then you probably think people are watching UAB thinking, "Why did you do that?" Yeah, right. They're doing
Exactly.
the same
They
thing
do
to
the
you.
same thing with me.
All right, so we talked last week about the mindset of this team. I mean, bowl eligibility is important for this program, I think, and you got to win the next 4 to do
Right.
it. So in the team meetings and in the bye week practice, is that just been kind of the message from Coach Dilfer?
It has, but it's really just taking it day by day. We can't really control, the next 4 to 5 to 7 weeks. We're going to control what we do the next day. And so separating ourselves from the end goal is really just the biggest thing, because if you look at it from like a broad perspective, then you could get caught up in, oh, we have to do this, we have to do this. Well, if you just control what you control tomorrow and then the next day, then it's going to stack up, and then we'll be able to hit our goal.
So I don't know. In a bye week, do you really look heavily ahead at your next opponent? I know you do a lot of self scouting. So
Right.
how much of FAU have you seen, and what do you see from them?
We've done a little bit. So we put in some stuff that we wanted to try to work to master so that we could use it and help us in these next 4 games. And so we put in basically like a general game plan on Thursday. We got introduced to them. Then I watched the game when they played Charlotte on Friday. And then yesterday was really, our first look at, okay, this is what we think about doing. And then so we'll have a better game plan once today ends.
Do you how involved are you in self scouting? Do you do self scouting on yourself? I mean, how does that work for you as a quarterback?
Yeah, I do a little bit, but really just the coaches. I try to. I get too focused in the opponents, so that
Yeah.
that you have to take a step back and see, okay, this is what we're doing good, but let's focus on this a little bit.
Have you ever had a tendency that a coach tells you you've got, and you're like, "There's no way I got that tendency," and then you watch it on film, and like, "Okay, he was right about that,"
Um,
because it would seem like
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
you have, okay,
yeah, I do. Like climbing in the pocket and stuff like that,
right,
like sitting too far on the rim.
uh huh,
That would probably be one. because they're like, well, you're sitting on a rim, slide up a little bit, help the tackles out. I'm like, wait, do I really do that? And then you'll look back, you're like, yeah, I do that.
That's pretty good. All right. Don't forget right now, you can get those great credit cards there at Legacy. Rates as low as 8.9%. APR is the annual percentage rate. Rates and offers subject to change. You can see the website for details. Federally insured by the NCUA. LegacyCreditUnion.com/join for those great credit cards. LegacyCreditUnion.com/join. No annual fee, no penalty APR at Legacy. All right. FAU coming to town. Protective Stadium, 2 o'clock on Saturday. Good luck in the game, Jacob. We always appreciate the time.
All righty. Thank you.